Welcome to lesson 131 of A Course in Miracles. No one can fail who seeks to reach the truth. I'm going to say it again. No one can fail who seeks to reach the truth. And here we really need to go vroom, down within, because this is, the lesson is about that if you're truly seeking the truth, you cannot fail. Yeah, because the truth will be revealed to you. And there might be a conflict within your illusion that says, oh, no, but I don't like that truth because this is the illusion that I've created. And now I realize that the truth is different. And this can be, for example, you might done a master's, you might have done many studies in this specific career. And then one day you stop and go, oh, but I don't really want to work in this, in this area. I really don't want to. And then it's a conflict between what is true and what you created or what you believe to be true. And it's such an amazing, powerful lesson, this one. And the only way to look at this lesson and every single lesson really is to look within and honestly lose the fear of looking within and coming to terms with the real truth, not the fake truth that you created and you think to be it. I don't know, sometimes it just feels, and I feel it within myself, that I hold on to what I believe that the way it should be. And it just creates so much tension. It's like if you're stretching an elastic and stretching it and stretching it and stretching it and stretching it, and you stretch it this much, and now you're caught in this, and you go, oh, I can't even breathe because I need to keep holding this elastic, this much stretched, you know what I mean? And then God says, but what if you are stretching it and there's no purpose of stretching it? What if you just let it go? Ouch. And it might hurt because it might just go like that. And even might hurt a little bit your hands, I don't know. But then you just let it fall and you just put your hands back in your lap and you go, okay. Now I can breathe. I mean, I don't even know why I was stretching it. I don't even know what's next, but I am going, but I'm glad that I stopped stretching it. I don't know whether this makes sense. And as I said, it always goes directly to the being more than the mind. So see whether it makes sense to you. And I'm just going to ask you, what illusion are you holding on as truth? What situation are you holding on that is creating so much suffering, but you still holding it and holding it and holding it because for some reason you think that that's the way it should be? What if you just let it go? I mean, let go of holding it and see what happens. I remember once when I was married with the father of my children, and I remember that this lesson, actually, I remember then, but I wasn't even doing the course, but I remember doing this lesson. And this will happen with you too, that you will realize that you've done the lessons before, but you didn't know that you were doing them. It's just part of this awakening. But I remember that I said to him, because I realized that I was holding on to the family the way I wanted to hold, but to hold it, this is the way it should be. And it was causing so much strain for myself and for everybody else. And I just grabbed an orange and I said, this is the family. And I am just gonna let it fall. And if you don't hold it, it will break. In that moment, I thought he had to hold it. And the reality was that none of us could hold it. The reality is that we needed it to let it go so it will evolve into whatever it was meant to evolve. And this lesson invites us again for the same thing. No one can hold anything really, because we're holding on to illusions, beliefs that we think that it should be this way or the other. And the reality is that there's only one truth, and the truth is held within yourself. And we are all held by God or by the divinity. I'm just going to read the first paragraph. Failure is all about you while you seek for goals that cannot be achieved. You look for permanence in the impermanent, for love where there is none, for safety in the midst of danger, immortality within the darkness of the dream of death. Who could succeed where contradictions is the setting of his searching and the place to which he comes to find stability? So we're looking for stability in a world that is constantly changing. And where do we find some peace and balance within all this movement? And this is the transition for us, to know within ourselves that we can't control anything. And we just have to let go of this tension and this strain that we put ourselves through, and just trust. But not trust in, well, I'm going to sit here on the couch and just trust and wait for God to knock at my door and say, well, now are you ready? I'll take you. No, trust that the next step for me will be shown. I need to be ready to keep walking. That's all this asks from us. But we don't need to create the path. The path is being created in front of us, and we just have to be ready to take the next step. And that is the invitation. Yes. So big lesson today. Big lesson. I ask to see a different world and think a different kind of thought from those I made. The world I seek, I did not make alone. The thoughts I want to think are not my own. So it's like if we need to completely let go of everything that we've been thinking, believing, and creating, unless you're really happy and extremely at peace. If not, maybe just let go of the tension and the strain that you're putting through to create what you think is right for you, and see and wait patiently to what is truly right for you. So enjoy the lesson today. It's a big lesson, as I said. Pace it, and just go within and see whether there is any answers to your questions. I'll see you tomorrow.